Hello everybody, my name is Vera, this is Vera Reads, and today I'm talking about comic books again. I really hope that the noise from outside is not being picked up, and if it is, that it's not bothering you. It's really hot today, finally. The summer is back, maybe. So I really need the window open. But what are we talking about today? Today it's just a reading update. It's what I've read this week and what I'm planning on reading next week. And the theme, again, is comic books, because that's the only thing I'm reading at the moment. I have not picked up a book since last time I spoke to you. There's part of me that's really anxious about that, because there's part of me that's like, are my books okay? I still have my books. I still think about books. I still talk about books with everybody, but I'm not reading books, and that's fine. That is completely fine, because again, I'm enjoying this new reading experience of reading primarily comic books. I am delving into this world. I am anxious because, like, for the last 10 years, if I wasn't reading a book, was because I was in a reading slump. And at the moment, I'm not in a reading slump. I am reading, I'm just not reading novels. So, yes. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy me talking about comic books. So let's start with what I've read the past week. And by that I mean what I've finished this past week, because I'm in the middle of a few things, because I've noticed that I tend to read a few chapters of a volume and then stop, read a different volume, a few chapters, and then so on and so forth. That way I stay longer with a story, which I'm really enjoying. So first of all, the library is the best place on earth. So this is all the comic books that I'm gonna talk about today, and all of these are from the library. All of these are from the library, and I have some other ones on hold. Okay, so we already know I love the library. Anyway, at the library I found where is the other one? I found these. Catwoman. Oh no, this is Deadpool, sorry. There you go. Catwoman. So I have the first 4 volumes of this Catwoman run by Guillermo March, and I'm loving it so much. I've read the first 2. I'm in the middle of the 3rd one, but yeah, they were just there at the library, and I was like, let me get the first one. Loved the first one. Went back to get all 4 of them. I don't know if there are only 4. I probably should have checked this. I don't know if there are only 4 or there's some others that just the library didn't have. But this is still like great. The first 4 volumes. So first volume, great introduction. Like, it starts in the middle of it. We don't have an origin story in this run, in this collection, but I don't mind that, because I know Catwoman's origin story. Like, I know a few versions of her origin story, and I don't really need it. But we get a sense of who Selina Kyle, Catwoman, is in this run, in this story, and I love it that it's kind of like drip fed to us. She just starts as, you know, cat burglar, badass woman, and then from the first few issues we see that there's a lot more to her, and I love that. I love the illustrations. I love how, like, just to show you, I love this, that she looks like a cat. Like, cats have this expression. She's really cat-like, which, fair enough, but you know, it's not a given. So I'm reading these 2, and I've started the 3rd one, and then we have a 4th one. The second one, messed up. Loved it, messed up. And I love the background characters. Like in this one you have Penguin, of course there's Batman throughout. I've been reading quite a few like Gotham characters, and I love that Batman just pops out here and there, because of course he's you know, the main hero of Gotham, so he's always there. But yeah, really enjoying this. And then from the library as well, I read this Despicable Deadpool. Deadpool Kills Cable is the #1 in this Deadpool run. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I like Deadpool, but I didn't particularly enjoy this run. I don't know if it's just because I don't know the Deadpool universe enough to appreciate it and to already have an emotional connection with the character. Because, for example, with Catwoman, I already was rooting for Catwoman from the get-go because I know the character. With Deadpool, I've just seen the movies. Sorry about the light change or whatever. It's golden hour and my blinds suck, so there's these lights everywhere. Anyway, what I was talking about, yes, Despicable Deadpool. I don't know the universe that well, so I don't know if that's why I wasn't really getting into the story, but I don't feel like I wanna get into this story as much. I will probably not continue with this run. I might check out other Deadpool runs. If you have any recommendation, let me know. But meh, I wasn't enjoying it that well. Another thing that I read and finished is Batman Arkham Poison Ivy, which again is a kind of a collection of Poison Ivy, the character, through history. And it starts with the 60s, I think, and it goes until the 2000 or 2010s. I enjoyed it. I loved how the character changed throughout the years, and especially I love how her origin story evolved throughout the years. How much like with the Harley Quinn collection I read last week, I really loved how like you can see where the character came from and how different authors after the character's inception just tweaked a few things to make the character more three-dimensional. I really love that, and I love the character of Poison Ivy. And right now I'm reading. She has a titular run. I don't know if I'm using the right terms, by the way, but like she has a series that's her. She's the main character there, and I started that one. I've started the first volume, and I'm loving it so much. I'm loving it so much. The illustrations are amazing, the story is amazing, the psychology of the character is amazing. She's so gay and so in love, and I love that. I truly love that, and like I'm enjoying it so much. I think I'm reading it online at the moment, but I might start buying that comic book just because I really enjoyed it. But it's so much money for something that I can read online. I don't know, but because again, it's a different thing reading comic books and collecting comic books. It's two different hobbies. The same way reading books and buying books, it's two different hobbies. And with comic books, because you know you have like there's a lot of special editions, there's a lot of variant covers, there's a lot of volumes with extra content and stuff like that. The collecting side of comic books is even more hardcore than the collecting side of reading books. So I don't know if I want to start this really expensive habit, but we'll see. So yeah, I read Batman Arkham Poison Ivy, really loved it, and yeah, this is all the things that I've finished the past week. The two Catwomans, the Deadpool, and the Batman Arkham Poison Ivy. Then the things I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of Catwoman Volume 3, Death of the Family. This one I've started, and it's intriguing because the first two Catwomans were about her story and her getting into shenanigans and stuff like that, whereas this third one links her more to the overall Gotham shenanigans. Like the Joker gets introduced, and yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. But yes, I'm in the middle of this one. Then I'm still reading Superman Birthright. I am taking my time with it because I like it. Like whenever I read a section, I'm like, whoa! And so and so again, I'm doing the thing of I read a little bit and then I read something else. I read a little bit and then I read something else. But I do want to finish it this week because, you know, I want to get into other Superman stories, and I feel like if I just keep lingering on this, I will not, you know, there's so much more that I want to read about Superman, but I'm really enjoying it still. It's still giving me that really nice feeling in my chest of, wow, people can be good, heroes can be good, we don't just have anti-heroes nowadays. So I'm really liking it. And speaking of Superman, I've started reading Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, which again, it's a volume of Jimmy Olsen is Superman's pal. He works with him at the Daily Planet. He's an investigative journalist, and he's kind of like the out of time is the comic relief side character, there to, you know, be the goofball. But in this story, like at least from what we're seeing at the beginning, his character gets a bit more depth, and you know, we like there's been some inklings of what is lies beneath this surface goofball comic relief characters, which I love when, you know, comic books do that, when they're like, oh yeah, this is a recurring character that you see all the time, but, you know, he's a person, or you know, that's a full story there that we can explore and amplify. So I'm really enjoying that, and also it's wacky. It's really wacky, apparently. So and the style of how it's written is really different than other characters, than other comic books. I really like the voice of it. So I'm really enjoying that one as well. Also, I'm in the middle of Poison Ivy Volume 1, The Virtuous Cycle. And again, as I said, I'm having so much fun. It's so beautiful. Like, I love the art style. I love just how the concept of it all, and the storyline, the psychology of the character. I'm really just enjoying it, and I can't wait to that's one, because I also know that there's, like, I think there are volume 5 or 6 or something. I know that I'm really excited to like I can read through it, because I know there's a lot waiting for me. So I'm really excited. Another thing I'm reading at the moment is this. This is The Authority Volume 1 by Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch, and Paul Neary. And if you remember last week, I was reading Superman and the Authority, which is newer than this. And that Authority, you know, group of superheroes is kind of like a new version of this Authority. And I mean, I'm reading it. It's alright. I mean, there's a lot of lore that I don't know about. Like, these are established characters that I know very little about. But it's alright. I'm happy to learn about them. The only thing that I don't particularly like about this comic book, this run, is, and I'll show you in a second, you know, is this. Again, I don't know the I don't know the context for it. I don't know the you know, the history of this villain, but this looks like no, like this looks a bit one-dimensional, a bit orientalist, a bit the foreigner is the villain type of thing, which, you know, is it makes the reading experience less enjoyable. But I'm just halfway through it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It's just action at the moment, like action on action on action, which also is not my preferred type of story. I like more psychologically interesting situations, but we'll see. It's a big book, and I'm just at the beginning of it. So this is what I'm in the middle of reading. I've been reading, and then I also have a couple of books that I am planning on reading. I don't know if I'll read them this week or next week or whatever, but of course I have Catwoman Volume 4, but I also have this. This is Harley Quinn by Kesel and Dodson. And again, it's just a collection of Harley Quinn stories. And I haven't read it yet, but it looks really colorful and fun and wacky, the way Harley Quinn appears to me. And I'm really interested. I'm really interested in it. Speaking of Harley Quinn and things that I'm interested in, I've noticed a few, now that, like, you know, second week in my comic book journey, I've noticed a few things that interest me, and I've you know, made a list of a few things that I want to check out. First of all, I'm reading Catwoman, I'm reading Poison Ivy, I'm reading Harley Quinn. One thing I definitely need to check out is Gotham City Sirens, I think, which is a series, a run, where you have Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy that band up together, either to fight crime or to do crime. I still am not sure because I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's something that I will definitely want to check out. Then, just because, you know, I haven't encountered him in any of these runs, in any of these comic books, but one character that I've always been fascinated by is the Riddler. The Tim Burton movies of Batman, the old ones, the Riddler was Jim Carrey, and I always loved that character. So I have no idea what his journey in the DC universe is, but I'm really excited about it, and I want to look him up. Another character I'm really interested in is the Flash, because of the 2014 Grant Gustin Flash in the Arrowverse, which I really loved. And I have the Flash first volume at the library reserved. Whenever it becomes available, it will become available. But that's another thing that I want to check out. After Superman Birthright, just because, you know, these are all side stories, side characters, and then you have kind of like the big three of the DC comics universe: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And I want to finish Superman so then I can read Batman Year One, because everybody tells me that that's a great place to start with Batman, and Batman is literally everywhere in all the other comic books that I'm reading. So, because I'm reading a lot of Gotham based comic books, so I want to read his story so I can just, you know, appreciate him as a character as well. So yeah, that's what will happen in the future. But at the moment, I'm just riding the comic book wave. Yeah, this is a new hyperfixation that I have. I really hope people are interested in it. And if not, you know, it's fine if nobody sees this. I'm really having fun reading and talking about the comic books that I'm reading and talking about. So thank you so much for listening to me. Let me know if you have any recommendations for any comic books, or if you have any questions on you know, starting to read comic books and starting that journey. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.